The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
A man, is it the power in his hands? Is it his quest for glory? Give it all you got to fight to the top, so we can know your story. Now you're a man, a man, man, man. Now you're a man, a mounty, mounty, man, a man, man, man. You are now a man, you're a man. Now you're a male. Live it, live it. What makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he fights every day? No, it's probably the titties. Now you're a male. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. Now you're a male. Male, 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 male. Now you're a male. M-A-N, man, 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 man. Now you're a male.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Welcome. It is Friday. I hope everybody's having a good time. My camera's kind of messed up. There we go. It's Friday. It's the 4th of July weekend. I hope everybody's going to have a good weekend. And this is the men's room. Let's get started. How's everybody's week going?
Great week. By the way, you have a halo.
Yeah. Yeah.
The man's blessed. You're having a blessed week, man. That is so good. That is so good.
We know Late hopefully had a good one since it was his birthday. Since it was, so hopefully he had a very good birthday. And he's here.
Happy. Yeah, he's happy AFK at the moment, but happy birthday.
So, has anybody got plans? I know David's from Australia, but has anybody got any good plans for the week for 4th of July?
Nope.
I'll probably be hearing fireworks for the next 3 days. Haven't planned nothing yet. I'm definitely not going to the fair that's in my town this week. But
there's a couple of 4th of July events that are on, but no, I'm not going because they're all an expensive They're all expensive. They're all expensive events, They're corporate events, The American corporations, they have their expats and their employees go to something like the Ambassador Hotel, book out the ballroom, $100 a ticket. They have hot dogs and barbecue. Who wants to pay $100 for a hot dog? And don't tell me that's inflation.
So, topics for tonight, I'm thinking we start out with the boys. I think the boys are a good one to start with. Adam wanted to talk last week about it, but I didn't get to see it, so we kind of kept it to a minimum. I will say the last not this week's episode, but the last week's episode was wild. The bad part is you can't go into detail with talking about the boys without getting canceled.
Most details, yeah. But
the worst thing with last week's was the way it ended. It was like, damn it. And then by the time you get through this week's, it's like, oh my God, will you stop doing this shit to me?
Yeah.
Because each week it gets better and better as we've gone through, week to week on the endings that you don't want them to end, man.
Oh, yeah. I will. The whole thing with, why can't I think of his name? He's the one that runs real fast.
A-Train.
A-Train, yes. The way he brutally killed that dude. Oh, my God.
But then the way the episode started this week, dude, how about that shit? Talk about irony.
Yeah.
I mean, because you asked it last week, does it make you like him? And we're like, well, we can't really say much, but we don't know where it goes from here. But, no, you still don't like him. He's still an asshole. Fuck that guy. He still killed how many people running through him on beat? So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, we had all the speculators saying, oh, he died. And it's like, no, they are trying to see with the boys, they're trying to follow the series of deaths that occur in the comics, but not always in the exact order and the exact manner. But they're being specific that the deaths, that aren't going to occur, that occur later, aren't going to occur early.
But here's my whole thing. I wish they would have done it, the whole thing they did with him, how he killed that dude in this episode, and called the actual episode Road Rage.
A-Train? Or Road Rage, yeah. Road Rage. But yeah, it was a bit weird that they split the arc. But I think they did that because they wanted to overlap the two different themes. The last episode, whose name we cannot use on YouTube, but it starts with Hero.
Oh, we said it last week what the episode was, dude. It's it's already a week old, but yeah,
I
thought
the name was getting people struck, but if it isn't,
struck last week.
No. Oh yeah, you did say it.
Yeah.
But with Herogasm, I think the the indulgence, didn't match the two themes. Where this week's episode, which just aired, the theme is more the consequences of revenge, whereas last week was the build up to it, that act of revenge. And you can imagine if you started with that act of revenge by A-Train in this week's episode, it would take away from Soldier Boy's act of revenge. So they split it.
I will say, and I don't give compliments to Netflix usually at all with all the stuff they've created, but I will say I'm glad this is on Netflix because Amazon, sorry. I don't like everything that's on Amazon, but the way they're able to go full out, nothing's off limits with this show, I'm happy with it.
Now, the showrunner has come out and said he's got Trump derangement syndrome.
Yes.
But he also has woke derangement syndrome. He takes shots at both sides.
And I can see that in the show.
But he is leaning more towards the right, trying to paint superheroes as nationalists, et cetera. But I think it's funny that he doesn't seem to be he doesn't lack that awareness that he's actually mocking wokeness that to a high degree that he's admitting to. He just won't admit it.
I'm
not saying he isn't clever about it. I mean, he's the BLM burger.
Well, have y'all watched this week's episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've gotten mostly through it.
Oh no,
Spoiler.
you ain't got through nothing till you get to the cliffhanger.
The last 5 minutes, man, is mind blowing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a spoiler alert. So anyone that hasn't seen the episode, cover your ears. So as far as I've seen, A-Train just got his new heart and he's in the hospital bed.
You got Blue Falcon's heart.
Yes.
But the guy that he
And the
killed
CEO
was a
gives
racist
him-
and turned into roadkill. Yes.
Yes.
Now we get the spin. You were taking him into the hospital, but you collapsed.
Yeah.
It was Soldier Boy, right? Right. And then she does the white liberal thing where she mocks his culture, where she thinks he's uplifting him,
No, I didn't get any of that anyway. I enjoyed it though. But dude, this season, it's just been phenomenal from start to finish. Because somebody was saying, man, it doesn't feel like The Boys is about the boys anymore. But it's like, man, we've only been in a couple episodes. Let this shit percolate and see it's paying off. Everything, all the stories that we're getting are just cram packed with stuff, and it's great. It's making fun of everybody the way it should be. This person's writing like a writer should be. This shit is perfect.
Oh yeah,
I will say, chaos we're living in
right now. I think they're on the right track. It'd be hard to ruin this the way they're going now, but it is a possibility. But for right now, I see it as a great show for adults. But
It's at the butt. Hey, Brian.
hi, Brian.
Now come on. It's Amazon's #1 show for a reason. One, there's no competition to it on Amazon. But if this was on Netflix, it'd be Netflix's #1 show. If this was on Disney Plus, Disney would be LucasArts would be crying in their soy milk tea.
I will say this show is Amazon's Stranger Things. As Netflix is Stranger Things, this is Amazon's Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new episodes.
Now, Amazon wanted The Watchmen. They wanted The Watchmen to be their #1, and it didn't work. So they put a lot more into The Boys than they should have if it was for a new series. But now they're saying they haven't put enough into it, and they've committed to the entire series. They've already announced season 4, and I think they're talking about at least 7. Although there's how many volumes of the comic? 11. Because although it's overlapping a little bit, so but they are committed to it.
Prime, you there?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now we can hear you.
Oh, good.
There
Wow.
he is.
It's good to be back.
Have you seen episode 7 of The Boys?
No, but go ahead.
Okay.
You can spoil it for me.
Are you watching The Boys?
Oh,
Yeah, first couple of episodes. Yeah, that was it. But we haven't followed since.
It's a decent series. It's a good series. I haven't had a bad season yet, which surprises me. Because even Stranger Things had a bad season before last had a bad season for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting over seeing the previous seasons of Stranger Things. It's starting to repeat itself.
now we get in this week's episode, there is a very distressful scene where we find out why Billy is so messed up. Because the what's his name? Mind something traps him in an infinite loop, a nightmare of his own memories.
Oh.
Mind effer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, mine.
So you die of dehydration. I love that as a villain superpower, man. I'm like, that
super villain. Yeah,
that's badass. So you're in a
Yeah.
nightmare and you die of dehydration, which is going to take quite a while. So I loved it. I love the premise. I was like, yes.
He says, "I've been in his mind, and he's a cunt."
Jeez.
Billy is, and
Oh, yeah.
and when he wakes up, he gets the news from Starlight why he shouldn't take Compound V, the light, Temp V, and he decides not to tell Huey. So yeah, he's a right cunt.
So Prime, how have you been? We haven't heard from you in a while.
It's been a while. I've just been kind of putting things in order, taking care of some medical stuff. Nothing too like back and shoulder and all this stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, listening to the shows when I can, and trying to get my equipment here ready to go to do shows. And last week I tried doing it just didn't work, but
Yeah.
overall doing okay, and appreciate you guys' concern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
How are you guys doing?
Live and well.
Lost 30
I
pounds.
love and kicking.
Kind of pissed off though because I went on a no bread, no sugar, and no soda diet. And
Decaf issue. Yeah.
It worked good. Like I lost 30 pounds, but like I'm plateaued right now. I
Can't get past it.
can't get past it. So I'm gonna keep trying, but I just ain't gonna step on the scale for a while.
Well,
Well,
30
sometimes-
pounds, that's not bad.
Yeah, some dietitians say to get that last bit of stubborn fat, you need something to basically soak it, break up the sugars, something like broccoli or lots of string beans.
Well,
But you got it.
my basic diet right now is the carnivore diet. Like mainly it's just meat.
Yeah,
Like, I'll have fruit every now and again for something sweet, but it's rare. And I
Yeah.
still have my cheat days. Well, it's not cheat days, it's cheat meals. The problem with cheat days is when you go for a cheat day, you're just going to binge eat all day. So I
Yeah.
only do cheat meals. Like I'll eat healthy all day and maybe have a cheat meal at the end.
And what's
the
off?
prob-
Is it low carb or no carb?
Just
Keto?
basically steak, hamburger, and I can have dairy. I'll have a little bit of cheese, and that's it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know a little bit about the carnivore diet. You also can have what's called bone broth.
Yeah, bone broth.
Oh yeah, but no potatoes, nothing like that. I was never really
No, potatoes no starch. You can have sweet potato for your cheat days, but no starch.
Yep. Which I will admit, the energy level I'm getting now is a lot better than what I had.
Yeah, you can't lose weight without the energy. Actually, you need the energy first.
Oh yeah.
Because the first weight you lose is the surface fat. The water.
Oh yeah. Now, so Prime.
Yes.
I asked them earlier. I want to ask you, are you doing anything for the 4th of July?
Nothing spectacular. We may go to the beach area and watch the fireworks, but that's a double-edged sword because you go there and it's fun and exciting, but you got that drive back and every a-hole is out there. So
Bumper to bumper a-holes at that,
bumper
brother.
to bumper a-holes.
Yes, sir.
My free hand is on the horn, a-holes.
Yeah, they're using their steering wheel as a pillow. Yeah.
My whole thing with going out, which I try to push myself because I don't want my daughter being this way. I hate big crowds of people.
Yeah.
Like, party's fine. I can go outside and it's plenty of room, but I don't know. Just like when it's like more than 30 people, I just want to go home.
And I'm the same way too. I don't really like crowds, and it just seems that those events like pull the kind of the worst out in people,
Yeah.
and and not the worst, but just maybe the not so good activities in people. So
Well, dude, hot weather, elbow to asshole people,
drinking,
yeah,
that's a recipe for
skiers.
disaster.
Yeah. Well, and especially right now, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but in my town, these past couple of years, I've noticed people getting more and more rude, not courteous to people.
What do you mean? Bitter? You mean bitter, jaded, or contempt? Hard to put a finger on it.
If someone, if like you see someone drop their wallet or their phone, you'd pick it up and hand it to them. Now they just act like it didn't even happen.
Contempt. Contempt. They don't give a rat's ass. Now
you don't see people open their doors for people anymore or anything.
No, the death of courtesy is occurring through the media, and it echoes through society. That a certain party's decided that they're righteous and everybody else is crap. So everybody is starting to become contentious and divided. And unless they know you, they're not going to like you.
It's been that way through the last 4 presidencies, though. So it's nothing new.
No, but I mean, in areas where you had that courtesy, in areas where you had courtesy, where you had politeness is dying.
Yeah.
There are if you're in New York, the last 4 presidents, pretty much New York City.
I guess it's weird for me because we have a big city surrounding us, but we're a small town. So it's
is there spillover from the city?
Yeah. It's like there used to be a fair in Salem, and there was a fair in Roanoke. Well, Roanoke got too violent, so they stopped doing the fair there. So now they have it in Salem. Well, you can't go there no more. If you're from Salem, you do not go to the actual fair for Salem because it's gotten so rough.
Because those people just moved from Roanoke to Salem and took all their shenanigans with them. Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys have to maybe demonstrate or something, or I don't know what to do, but just show them that you're not going to take their crap.
Oh, yeah.
Easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. Salem used to feel like a Mayberry. Like when I was growing up, 10 o'clock hit, everything was off. It like someone flipped an off switch.
Right.
Now it's like the city.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
But for me, that happened 40 years ago when Brisbane decided to have a casino.
Like, has that happened to y'all's town? Did y'all get to experience that through life?
Yeah. We had no trading Sundays, no alcohol in the week, no alcohol in the weekend. Pubs, clubs, they closed at 10. If you had extended trading hours, that was 11. Theaters, usually were 7 to 7. And then first came Sunday trading, then came the casino. And as during the economic collapse, GFC, a lot of people came up from down south, and they brought that chip on their shoulder, that contemptuous attitude that they were better than everybody else with them. And they make up half the population now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, see, where I'm from, you can't buy anything but basically sparklers and noisemakers for 4th of July.
Yeah.
Can y'all buy that more than that?
Yeah. We used to have everything up to Roman candles up until, I think, 1980. Now we got none. Zero, zip, nada.
What about you, Adam?
No, you can pretty much get anything here.
Oh, that must be nice. Prime.
We still can do the small stuff, the little. I mean, I was at Sam's Club today, and they had the poker power pack or something where it would make a little pop noise. That's about it.
Yeah.
Power pop pack. That was it, and it was like 150 little of those little things that you pull the string, and then the little confetti comes out of it.
Yeah.
If you want the good stuff, you got to go down south, like to South Carolina or something.
Yeah.
Well,
even North Carolina.
I remember the Simpsons episode. Where it goes to Mexico for fireworks for the 4th of July.
Fireworks, yeah. Yep.
4th of July.
Guys, we had M80s. We used to use those.
Yes.
Them with wrist rockets.
Yep.
I remember I have Roman candles, but the funny thing around here, people will go across state lines and grab the fireworks, bring them back here. They'll light 2 off, wait for the cop to pass, and then light 2 more off. And that's how people get by with it. Because the neighbors don't snitch on their neighbor.
No, but they wait for the
Yeah.
They wait for the call. Yep, no worries.
We used to have the real big ones, like at the mall, in the mall parking lot. As a kid, that's where you would go. Scottsdale Mall, off Island Road. You'd go up there, and they'd have the big setups, like the ones they do with the ball games and all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff. That's where we used to see that stuff more than anything. But again, you could still get M80s and M2000s and.
Speaking of the mall, do y'all think a mall will ever have a comeback? Because it's kind of dying now, ain't it?
Yeah, the brick and mortar stores are going downhill because it does take too much money to keep them up.
But this is strange. They're actually reaching an equilibrium right now. Walmart is bigger than Amazon. And it's the first time in 5 years that they've made more money than Amazon. And by the way, Amazon did not make a profit for the last 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it's probably investing where they're losing money.
No, they're losing money on deliveries, and they're losing money on the low margins on product. Where they make their money, and absolutely shit ton of money, and the only thing keeping the company afloat is all the government contracts, especially AWS.
Yeah,
they make
get
nothing.
The government contract locked up.
Yeah, they make nothing on AWS except for their government contracts.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that government contract is so huge. It's like $600 billion over 20 years or something. It's really massive. It's ridiculous. It's phenomenal.
I have a comment.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie The Karate Kid?
Yes.
And don't start snickering, because I'm just going to say this. That movie came out when I was in high school. So it was a big part of my formidable years. And I really resonated with it. So
you were waxing on and waxing off, eh?
Yeah, I was waxing on and waxing off. Exactly. I didn't have a car, though. But I did have a cute girlfriend that looked like Elizabeth Shue. Anyway, I think everyone in their life should connect with that movie at least every 5 years. Because I hadn't seen it. You just saw it recently, like the last couple days or something.
You know what I like about the franchise?
15 years. I haven't seen it in 15 years, and it was just, man, it was just magical again.
Yeah, Miyagi is the picture perfect big brother. Or foster father, depending on your point of view. But I like the fact that for a long time they wanted to give redemption to, they wanted to continue the story, give redemption to, the guy, I forget his name, who played the bad guy in the original.
Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny Lawrence, yes.
Yes. And well,
And
that was the student. It was
Yeah.
John Kreese was the
Sensei.
the bad sensei. But see,
Yeah.
it came from. This is why I'm talking about it. I just finished. We just finished binging Cobra Kai, and Cobra Kai is an awesome series.
Yes.
And from
YouTube
that,
were idiots to let that go.
I know. So we would binge that and then said, let's go back to like when it was all just, they were little kids and everything. And that was like the 1-2 punch that just, it touched a brother's heart right here.
I'll have to check
made me
it out.
tear up a little bit.
I'm always afraid newer stuff is going to destroy my childhood movies. So, like, I have to wait until I hear someone talk about it, if it was good or not.
You haven't seen Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's so good.
It broke the mold. Because remember, up until then, all the remakes, reboots, and sequels were crap.
Oh.
It really did.
That's because, like, I watched the last Karate Kid, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. Like I'm trying to remember who played in it. But it was okay, but it wasn't the best, and I was afraid.
What about the Jackie Chan one?
The Jackie Chan and the Jaden Smith. That was a total piece of crap.
Yes.
Do not watch that. Watch the Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita one. That
is the Karate Kid. I heard they're gonna bring back Jaden for another Karate Kid.
Whatever.
I don't think they'll get it off the ground. I think exactly that's what the studio's reaction is going to be.
It'll be like the Karate Them.
Yeah.
The
Karate
Zit.
The Zit.
But no, I just thought I'd throw that out because seeing how these people turned out like 30 years after. I mean, of course it's a TV show, but how one possibility, your life choices when you're a kid can end up affecting the rest of your life.
But another thing
on full display.
Another thing it gives is you have a chance to undo it.
That's true. You're right. As demonstrated by some of the later episodes.
Yeah, they give you the consequences of their actions, and then they give them all chances.
I wonder how many seasons it is. I haven't even.
Isn't there 3 currently?
I thought it was 4 seasons.
It might be 4.
Yeah, they just finished their 4th season. They're going to start their 5th season.
Yeah, I just got the news date announcement for Netflix to continue Cobra Kai. Season will air September 9th, 2022. Only on Netflix. That's season 5.
Yeah, it's going to go a different direction and kind of get away from the staying in the LA area. So I think it's going to move on to like international areas.
Now, Josh has made an announcement that the series is pre-planned and there should be at least 6 seasons, but it's not greenlit, depending on the success of season 5, and it's not set in stone. If they get told planned for 7, they'll add a season. They've actually got that room to add a few seasons to their plan.
So they're waiting to have like 2 in the bucket.
Yeah. They've got a plan with room to grow.
Yeah.
I like the idea of planning it out like the way Marvel did.
Actually, they didn't in the beginning, but yes, they just claim to.
The Game of Thrones, they planned it out great until that last season. And
the last season was terrible.
Martin refuses to accept responsibility for that, but as much as you want to blame D&D, Dumber and Dumber, you have to remember that back back in season 4, Martin said he gave them all the material to go forward, and they don't need him anymore.
Now, are they still doing the spin-offs, or is it?
Yes. One spin-off was cancelled. That was a prequel. But House of Dragons is a go. And Jon Snow is in pre-production, but it's odd is it has to wait for House of Dragons first season end. So it might be one of these things where show us the pilot and we'll go from there.
Have y'all
Actually,
Oh, go ahead.
Actually, I just remembered we were talking before when we came on about pilots.
Yeah.
One of the stations here is actually going to be airing the pilots for the new show. 15 new shows coming in 2023. They're going to air all the pilots for people to vote on.
Oh, wow.
Which is new. It's like a game show thing. So
yeah. Well, Netflix is actually investing money into. You click on your Netflix and it's a game show, but it's live, and you just use your remote to vote on the person you want.
Oh, people are upset that Netflix just cancelled another woke show.
What's the other show?
Another Life, Archive 81, and the Babysitters Club are all getting cancelled. The Twits, Don't Care, Pearl, Burns. Jeez, they got a lot going. Boy, what Netflix should be show cancelled. Centaur World is going to end. Bone, Toil and Trouble, Wings of Fire. There's a lot.
Hang on a second.
4 animated series, racism, anti-racism, and you. What a shock, right? Good riddance.
Yeah. Have you seen Yellowstone, David?
No, I haven't.
I'm really. They got a new.
That's Kevin Costner in it, because I think I've seen the preview for that.
Yes.
Now I don't think we're getting Yellowstone. We've got some of the new shows, but not all of them. We got Bull. We're getting the new NCIS live. That means 24 hours after US airs. Technically not live, but you know what they say. Yeah, a bit whack. Bull is interesting. It's a real self-insert by Dr. Phil. You can tell he wrote Bull to be his, me, Bull, you know, and he does the Dr. Phil talks at the end, and every outcome is perfect. See, you know. Oh, that was quick, Adam. Yeah, bye, Adam. Wow. Yeah.
Yellowstone, though, it's actually a really good show.
Have you seen that show, Evil?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
From what I've seen of it, yeah. But it's like season 3, episode 5. It's like, wow. Because I thought it was new, but
I need to turn my phone on silent.
It's CBS, and we don't get a lot of CBS shows, so it may be it's not exactly new, but Paramount picked it up, you see. So it got like a lot of attention that it didn't previously have. Now, it's a bit woke, so I'm not exactly thrilled, but it has some really cool, interesting moments of questioning what you believe and questioning what you see and how you interpret what you see compared to how a skeptic or a non-believer. Because, like, if you're a believer and you see a miracle, you're going to think it's a miracle. whereas a non-believer will be instantly dismissing it as a hoax, and the skeptic will be looking for the science behind it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they always leave everything ambiguous. So it gets a bit tiresome, but it's not a long series. I think all up there's only like 30 episodes in 3 seasons, so at least it doesn't hang around like the X-Files did.
See, Yellowstone goes based on its present day, and it talks about ranching. But it's not talking about your small ranches. It's talking about the ranches that are corporations that have gone from a small family business to the corporation, and how grimy and dangerous it actually is, and how it goes towards, like, it talks the Native American story, and how them two still clash to this day. The Native Americans and cowboys still go at it, just not the way we think. They fight over land, they fight over cattle, horses, and it's just basically a huge gunslinging kind of western. But it's really good. I like some westerns, but I was surprised to like this one because I don't like modern westerns.
Yeah, it's all right. Just bumped my cables, but didn't pull out. Yeah, the thing about modern westerns is they try to slow burn. Yeah, try to turn them into a series. I think because I think it worked for Gunsmoke because there was nothing really before it other than Marshall Dillon. You know, once you've seen one cowboy series, you've seen them all. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a fan of Law and Order, you can pick it up, you can leave it and come back, 20 years later, and it's even with the little cast changes, there's no story. There's no story thread. So there's nothing to miss.
Oh, yeah.
You can show episodes out of order and you wouldn't even notice. Although I'm told Yellowstone does have a story.
Yeah, it does have a story. It's basically a survival story. How once you get so big, if you fall completely. Like,
the bigger you are, the further you fall.
Yeah. Hey, Prime.
Yes.
Have you seen Yellowstone?
Yes. Have you seen 1883?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I want to know if it's worth it or not.
Definitely worth it. Anything that Taylor Sheridan does, he's the writer-director. Anything this guy does is gold. So yeah, Yellowstone.
It's a great show.
What's that?
It's a great show.
It sure is. And he did another one called The King of Something Town. That's another Taylor Sheridan film. Real dark, real gritty. Has to do with like police officers and people on the take, gangsters. And he did that one as well, and it's really good.
I'll have to check that out.
So I'm sold.
I know they're going to do another spinoff.
Yes.
It's like the 4 6s or something.
Yeah, the right for that one ranch that's down in Texas that they keep talking about, that they send the young kid to.
Yeah.
It's going to be about that.
I've heard of those. They had a teen intervention camps, right?
Alternative sentencing. This was an operational ranch that they had, but the kid was kind of, the young kid was kind of on the fence about if he wanted to stay at the Yellowstone. So they said, you know what? You can go here and check it out. This is your last chance. And so he goes down there and learns a lot about himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was heartbreaking, I will say, when that one girl saw him with the other girl.
Right. Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
stood there.
So the kid was Billy Crystal.
Well, it was a
No,
funny
no,
thing.
that's a different movie.
Yeah, different movie. Yeah.
Yeah, much different film.
City Slickers. Yeah.
It is like at the beginning you hated his version of his character, like, and then you just feel sorry for him, and then now you're rooting for him.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he's got a very complex character,
And that comes down to the writing. And the
Oh,
writing is Taylor Sheridan. He's in the film. He plays little bit roles like he played the I think he was in charge. He was the one that drove him down there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Taylor.
Now, did he have any cattling experience or something? Because he really incorporated the lifestyle.
He's a real cowboy.
Okay, I was curious.
He has lived the life. Yes.
Because
Sorry.
I'm not claiming I'm a cowboy at anything, but I've worked on farms. I've done hay bale and everything, and so I get a sense that someone on there knew something about ranching.
Yeah, and it was him. He's probably lived that entire all the life. Like Robert McKee in the book that he's an author about storytelling. The book is called Story, and it talks about write what you know. If you've ever heard that phrase, write what you know.
Yeah.
Because you're the subject matter expert of anything that you write that you've lived.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's it's hard to describe sometimes when you're writing. And to go back to The Boys, it's an interesting thing about the writing for the show The Boys. The writers, they read the previous episode, or they watch their previous episode. You know, they do a read through as they're watching the episode. I believe it's on mute. And then they get to write the next episode. And there's only one writer who's done it twice. Every episode you wouldn't think was written by somebody different. But what they have, of course, is that show is planned.
Yeah.
The writer isn't coming in there to write dialogue off the cuff. They have to know the previous episode, and they have to know the outline, and they have to have read the comic. For what they're writing. You know, this is the arc. You have to know the arc at least, even if you haven't read the whole comic. They've been pretty strict, and I think that's a discipline in writing that's missing these days, because you get so many people. They're just formulaic. You know, boy meets girl, girl resists boy, boy has to
dog bites man. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
man versus machine.
Yeah, it's. Basically pick up Terminator and change machine to bear, and let's call it let's call Brad Pitt and have him do it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Who's available this week?
And there's one more movie I want to mention, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I don't know about y'all. Have y'all seen Top Gun yet?
Oh yes.
That is well written, wasn't it?
So good.
Oh yeah. Like I was afraid they were going to destroy it, but no, they did it perfect. You couldn't have made it better.
Right.
They actually made a mock plane that flew. The Aurora you see taking off, that's a drone they made with fiberglass. They made that plane. Yeah.
Which one? The Dark Star, the first act?
Yeah, they made that plane.
Wow. It looked cool.
From scratch.
The whole series. the sequence of shots in that first act was awesome. Was awesome.
Yeah, I think it was half scale, but it doesn't matter. Wow, they made a jet. They made a jet just for the movie.
Well, they filmed it actually to watch it, and then they have a theater, and there's a bunch of theaters that have 3 screens. It has your main screen, and then it's got your peripheral vision screens on the side. And I wanted to go see it in that, but it's like an hour and a half drive just to get to it. And I didn't feel like driving that far for a movie. But it was filmed for that kind of theater.
Wow.
So there's footage that you don't get to see that will be in them theaters because of the side views.
I mean, I saw it in IMAX, and it was incredible in IMAX.
Yeah.
I
heard that. Yeah. I heard the DVD release is going to have all the special footage, all the commentary, all the interviews. So they're going to load it up.
Oh, yeah.
Show you the playing.
Yeah, I hope so. That's one where you want to buy a 4K DVD version of it. That's the one you want to get the max your max value for.
Yeah, but I hope they load it up. I do hope they show us the playing, because I've never heard of a movie going that far before. Sure, now and again you get Tom Cruise was in the back seat of a was it a 15, not an 18?
F-18.
He was in the back seat of the 18, was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they slightly cropped it to make it look like he was the pilot.
Right, yeah, because that back seat, if you shoot it the right way, it looks like it's a single seater, but it's not. And then the shots that they had of an actual pilot flying through the ravine or doing the motions and stuff, they just put his helmet on an actual pilot.
Yeah. They found
I will say the way they did the turns, like where it showed them turning real sharp and everything, they did it so well you actually kind of felt the turn when they would turn.
Oh yeah, I was tightening my stomach, and when they turned, it's like, yeah, because you have to breathe against your stomach. You have to tighten up your core muscles. Yeah, that's I felt myself doing that, and then kind of shifting a little bit in the seat.
Yep. So if anybody that's watching this, if you ain't seen it, go see it. It's worth the money.
It sure is. I want to try to go see it this weekend, but I'm going to not indulge myself that much because, if you've seen the first one, then you've seen the second one because the pacing is a lot of the same.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. If you've seen the first one, which everyone loves the first movie, you're going to doubly love the second movie because it's a little bit more intricate as to what they have to do.
Now I'll let y'all know my opinions, but I want to know y'all's first. Do you think they should do a third one?
They should. I also like the fact that Tom Cruise pushed back when they censored the Taiwan flag on the back of his jacket.
Yes.
He made them put it back in.
The Taiwan flag versus the Chinese flag.
Yeah. See,
the Chinese flag is the commie flag.
Right, there you go.
I'm personally, I think they should stop with this because I don't.
Yeah, but it's a planned arc.
I don't want it to be ruined.
I know a lot of people like movies riding on a high, but it's an arc. It's his career. And he does need the sunset ending. And it just isn't there yet.
I don't know if you could give that movie a sunset ending, though, because it would kind of defeat the purpose of him. Because if you go by this movie, he should move on or retire, but he refuses not to. The only way, if he does, it's not the same feeling of the movie.
Well, if you guys have seen both of the movies, they both have sunset endings.
Yes, that is true.
I mean, there's a sunset and they fly towards it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm being a little nitpicky with that. I think if you do a third part, he gets the star or he gets 2 stars. He's an admiral, and then he goes to run the actual Top Gun school.
I doubt see that. Could have been. I could see that being there.
Because Val Kilmer
Yeah.
was actually running it, and then he got sick and then died
Yeah.
in the movie. Yeah,
At least they gave him redemption, right?
yeah, they did. They did. Kind of like Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, personally, on a personal level, they gave Val Kilmer a redemption too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's I was agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, because they. I'm not saying the movie industry pushed hard against him for that movie in particular and his antics. He did bring a lot of stuff on himself, but it started from the reaction to Top Gun. You know how a lot of people treated Val Kilmer as like, oh, he's the bad guy. No, it's just two guys being jerks to each other. You know, it was an overreaction.
In that series, yeah, they like some actors, they play such a terrible role that they never find work again.
Because they played the bad guy too good.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say is that
like Reva. People were attacking Reva, the actress Moses, for playing Reva. She played it well. She played the angry, selfish narcissist too well that they were taking it out on her, saying, you know.
Well, that's just like
it's not the first time it's happened.
That builds up. Like if y'all ever watched The Godfather, anybody that played in The Godfather, it was hard for them for me to see them play anything else.
Yeah,
that's true. Half of them were typecast for life.
Yeah, and then
same with Goodfellas. Same with Goodfellas.
It's just like anybody that goes full comedy, like nothing but comedy, it's hard for them to have a serious role sometimes.
That's why Stallone made Don't Stop or Mumble Shoot. He made that movie so he wouldn't get typecast.
Okay, but so is Stallone gonna be remembered for Rocky or Rambo?
Creed. It's gonna be shitting on his legacy.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I guess that would depend on which one he ends with. Does he end with Rocky or Rambo? Because they keep making the movies, and then I'm like, he's gonna show up in a wheelchair in one of them.
Right. Well, I think he ended his Rocky and Rambo characters a couple of years ago.
He's doing another Creed.
Yeah, he's doing another Creed.
Okay, so he is Rocky in that one. So
yes.
Will Val Kilmer be known for Iceman or Doc Holliday?
Should be remembered for Doc Holliday, but I think he'll be more remembered for his bad Batman.
No, you're trying to extol his values here. Come on now.
So I would say Doc Holliday. I love
Doc Holliday's his best role.
That's his best role.
Yeah, I don't think he could ever match what he hit that one.
Yep.
And he should have done the series, but he didn't want to be. He wanted the big screen.
Well, they did. I think more recently they had a series, and it was it had Doc Holliday in it. It was a Netflix series.
Yeah, but he might know. But maybe he was never offered the role, or he couldn't prepare for the role. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got to remember, Tombstone was more than 20 years ago, so
that too.
Yes.
It's hard to capture that. Like, in the recent Obi-Wan that we saw, they had to kind of did they de-age Hayden Christensen for that role? because he still looked a little old.
Yeah.
Oh,
when they
yeah.
were, when they were reprising those roles of them in the elevator and doing their training, you know, he looked a little old for that.
It didn't really look like de-aging.
Right.
But the thing is, Obi-Wan looked the same. I mean, did they de-age? Did they de-age him all the way, or is it just makeup?
Oh, no. He's growing into the role of older Alec or younger Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, older Obi-Wan, younger
But
Alec
it's only
Guinness.
9 years later, so he ages 40 years in 9.
Right. Now I don't know if they're going to have, you know, in 20 years they're going to have another series where he's old as Alec Guinness, but yeah, Ewan McGregor, I think he's almost getting to be 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in his late 40s.
Yeah. So did you get that vibe at the end of Obi-Wan, the same as you know, like the Lone Drifter, Hulk, Kung Fu?
Oh yeah, the man with no name type thing where he's just gonna go off and be a hermit. Yeah, I kind
The
of
Drifter. Yeah.
High Plains Drifter.
High Plains Drifter, exactly. That's Clint Eastwood going from High Plains Drifter to the man with no name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's where I think the series is headed.
Blondie, help me, Blondie.
Now, one of the ideas I had, what I'd love to do is see, there's a theater here you can rent a theater for a full day. And you can play whatever you really want on there. I'm curious, though, if they'll let you play, because they say you can play anything. You just hook it up to your laptop or your phone kind of deal. I'm wondering if they'll let you play the old Star Wars.
Well, I'm sure when you start getting into Lucasfilm, you're going to get into a whole lot of legal issues.
Yes.
Because that's how they are.
Oh, yeah. But, like, my whole thing is, like, if it's, like, a paid already, I don't know. Oh! How are you doing this without getting...
Because everybody else is asleep.
Oh, there you go.
Or getting ready to go to sleep.
So you slipped everybody melatonin.
That's it.
No.
Here's some breath mints.
What are you up to?
We're just talking movies and junk.
Oh yeah. Top Gun,
And
Yellowstone.
Top Gun, yeah.
Has it just been y'all three tonight?
Adam came in, but he had a bounce.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm
well,
about to go
dogs were
me
barking
myself.
because of the fireworks.
His dogs couldn't
yeah, dude,
stop.
this is going to be a bad weekend for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would invest in some earplugs.
Yeah, but for them dogs, man, you can't be doing all that.
So how's your anniversary been, sir?
It was great. We had a nice dinner. Went and picked the kids up and just came home.
Did the grandparents have the kiddos?
Detail it.
Yeah.
Detail it. Where'd y'all go? Detail it a little bit. Where'd y'all go eat?
All right. There is a place in Roanoke called Rockfish Food and Wine. It's a little hole in the wall place over in Grandin. It's really nice.
What'd you get?
I got duck.
Oh, nice.
I had never had duck before. It was really good.
Was it kind of greasy a little bit? I mean, it's supposed to
duck
be.
is a little.
It was fatty.
Yeah.
It had a nice crusted fat portion across the top. It was cooked really good.
Good.
So, yeah, duck's a little salty, a little fatty, but it's like a brown chicken.
Right. Well, it's actually got the consistency of steak.
Yeah, it's like steak chicken.
Well, the lady was like, "How do you want it cooked?" And I was like,
Duck's
with
best
fire?
barbecue, man.
Well,
Barbecue duck is
they cook
fantastic.
it. They cook it on the grill like a steak, or they cook it like a steak. I don't know if it's on a grill or not, but it was really good. Brandy got a nice steak.
Have you had duck before, and that's why you went for it, or just you're kind of just
I'd never
casting
had it
your
before.
pearls out there?
I had never had it.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
It was interesting. I mean, it like I said, it did taste. It had a texture in your mouth of like steak, but it was more wet. I guess that's the greasy portion that everybody talks about. So.
And it's just not like greasy because they don't know how to cook it. It's just that's how the consistency of the duck is.
Yeah. But it was really good. Served with mashed potatoes, some green vegetables. I don't know exactly what it was, but they were good. And a cranberry sauce drizzled.
And would you be having dessert?
Yes, we did. Brandy had a mocha. I don't know exactly the terminology it was. I mean, it looked to me like a brownie, but I don't know what they called it. It was some kind of mocha thing. It was a coffee brownie. It tasted pretty good for mocha. I like mocha. Some things I don't. I got a piece of cheesecake, a regular plain cheesecake.
Can't go wrong. That's a good staple right there.
It had a lemon glaze and topped with raspberries and whipped cream.
Oh yeah,
man, that sounds awesome.
Amazing. So, yeah, we ate good tonight. Not terrible either. Price. But I mean, we ate pretty good. Had appetizer. She had a couple drinks. 2 of the high end main courses, entrees, 2 desserts, $130.
Not bad.
No.
I mean, it's the anniversary. Go for $150. It doesn't matter.
Now, have you been to the place on Main Street yet, Seth?
Frankie Rollins?
Yes.
That's where we went last year. It was almost $300. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever spent $300 on a meal.
Well, I tell you one thing, buddy. That steak was fantastic.
Was it that $300 steak?
To make a coffee.
All right, what? Like one at a time. I couldn't hear both of y'all.
Oh, sorry, Prom.
What'd you say?
I said that was well worth the $300.
Yeah. I had a tomahawk steak. Served on this was last year at Frankie Rollins. It was a tomahawk steak. I mean, probably like that big.
Man.
Served on a bed of asparagus with lump crab meat with a house like garlic butter drizzle. It was
yummy
to die for.
Ooh.
Wow.
But
you guys hear these guys back here?
It sounds like cats.
Kitty cats.
Meow.
We're hungry. We're hungry. Nope. 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 What, you want to be on the show? This is the one that rarely talks. But his brother is all about that.
It just follows me.
Do what, Tommy?
My cat never talks to me. It just takes its paw and like hits my leg and for me to pick it up.
Yeah, he normally will do that, put his cold nose against my leg.
Yeah.
But now he's listening to his brother, who's all about, he's part Siamese, the other one. And so he's meow, 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 wow, 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 wow.
Now, is your Siamese, is it timid around other people? Like, does it hide?
He hides.
Yeah.
If there's a knock at the door, he runs into the kitchen, like the little pantry area, the small area there, and he hides there. So we've taken to putting Velcro on the door so he can't open it.
See,
But he's still.
that's how my grandmother had 2 of them, and you could never pet them. Only she could. Like if you walked in the house, they were gone. You didn't even know she had cats.
Oh wow! Now he's part Siamese, and they're both tuxedo cats. They're both bow tie tuxedo cats, and not even related to the same family. But the first one we got from the pound, and the second one we found in our backyard. He was running away from the neighbors because they had a bunch of kids. So
Now, growing up, we had a feral. I was on a farm, and we had a feral European grey cat, and he was a monster. It was like a small dog.
Like a lynx.
Yeah, but no, there's short hair, not the
Right.
not the long hair. He's sort of like halfway between a lynx and a house cat.
Mm-hmm.
But they're feral by their very nature, and it would attack anybody and everybody except for me, Dad. Sometimes he would tolerate my sister touching him. I was one of the few who could pick him up. He was me. Dog came up to him, he just went swat, sudden nose, straight away with the claw, swat.
Just got him before the dog even did anything. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to see something that looks real good? Now I didn't buy this out nowhere. This was a Scott House special.
Ooh.
Full order sausage gravy.
Egg. Yes.
3 eggs over easy. Ooh,
Nice.
buddy.
Yeah, that's what I had yesterday at the diner in Coolangatta.
You guys throw eggs on a bunch of stuff? Because I mean, I like my burgers. I like to have an egg on it.
Oh, I love burger. I love an egg on a burger.
Egg burger is so good.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah, you daggone
now
right.
wait. What kind of egg do y'all like? It where the eggs runny a little bit?
Over
or-
medium.
Yeah, I like for it to be soft, but like not. I mean,
Crunch
it can
the
be
hamburger.
gooey if it want. I mean, it could be gooey. I wouldn't say no, but perfectly on a hamburger, I would much rather it be like a soft gel inside.
Yeah.
So just a little thickness to it.
Right.
I don't like it if I have to when
little
I go
thick.
to bite it. Yeah,
A little thick.
Little thick.
Thick.
But
2
I
minute
hate it
grill.
when you get them and you go to bite it and it just squeezes out the backside.
Yeah, it just bleeds all over the place.
Yes.
Y'all like fried
Yeah.
bologna?
Oh God.
Ooh.
That was a staple for us growing up.
Yeah.
Fried bologna, a sliced onion.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do-
homemade onion
I
rings.
I always slice the middle too. I do like 3 cuts on the outside and then a slice in the middle.
We didn't cut them on the outside. We let the thing, cook to where it became a dome.
Oh.
It became a dome, and then you'd push the dome back down, and then you just that's when you knew it was ready. I mean,
Did you
it would
ever-
actually physically become like a dome.
Oh yeah.
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 When they're done, they go.
That's right. Then you push it back down, so you get that little part with the little singe on it, and that's when you take it off the griddle.
Yeah. Did you ever, Juliet? Your potatoes and stick them in the fat.
No, I don't think we ever did that.
Do your own crisps.
No, I don't. We've never made our own crisps. That to me, I guess you got to cut it so thin, and you got to
Cook it
watch
so
it.
far. You got to preheat. You got to cut it so thin that when you stick it in, it's cooked straight away.
Right.
Oh.
You see it bubbling and everything right away.
So sorry.
We
Go ahead.
made. I had this peeler thing. It's like a spiral,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and like you can hold a potato, and you can screw it down into the potato, and as it starts spiraling, it shaves it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes like a long
Accordion.
yeah, and you just drop that down into oil and make like chips or crisps, however the Australian wants to call it.
Yeah.
So
I
weird.
figured I'd give it to him and say crisps.
It's so weird to call it crisp.
I know.
Seth, I wanted to tell you this. So I went. You know where the Northwest Hardware is next to near your house?
Yeah,
going
Ace.
towards the house?
It's now Ace Hardware.
Yeah. And for me, it'll always be Northwest Hardware.
I know what you mean.
Well, they have a hot dog stand right there.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
So I've never been there, and I went up there and I ordered my dad a hot dog and me a hot dog. And he goes, I said chili cheese on mine because I'm just gonna eat the hot dog anyways and throw away the bun. He's like, well, hold on. He goes, have you ever ate here before? I go, no. He goes, can I make you a hot dog on the house? And if you like it, I'll make you another one. And you pay for that one. I go, okay. So he made it the way he likes it. And it was on the house, so I ate it, and it was amazing. I don't know what he put on it, because he had bottles of barbecue sauce and everything, but I have never had a hot dog that good.
Dang, I have to try that. I don't think I've ever. I've seen it, but I've never eaten. Talk about eating.
I like the Wendy's. I like the Wendy's dog because they didn't use wieners; they used frankenfurters. Got a bit of pork, bit of spice to it, Whereas your wiener's just chopped up anything.
Chopped up asparagus, onion, garlic, and some mushroom. Tossed in oil, and then 2 nice steaks.
How many times? I finally got a skillet, but I ain't used it yet. How many times do you season it?
If I clean it harshly with soaps and stuff.
Yeah.
I season it right after that.
Yeah, after we do it, right after we use it.
So when you cook with it, when you're done cooking with it, would you just take a rag and wipe it out, or?
You kind of got to be careful because rags can leave you can get cloth.
Yeah.
Little fibers in it.
Yeah, little fiber. That's what I was looking for. The word. You can get fibers left in the pan, in the indentions and stuff in the pan. Yeah. So you got to use microfiber or.
My father would sprinkle salt on it and use paper.
And never ever use don't use a metal.
Not metal, not paper.
Try to use wooden. Wooden, a
pulpy
spoon, them. Not spatulas, but they're just a long strip of wood, and it's got a beveled edge to where you can kind of scoop up under it. That's what I always use. But they say not to use metal on metal.
Because they can break off.
It could scrape the
surface.
Surface, your seasoned surface.
And it'll cause, once you break that surface, the non-seasoned surface, you start to get a lot of rust.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want it to rust. At least you don't want to have a rusty pan and then you go cook with it.
Cast iron Dutch oven out on the wood stove making soup.
Oh wow! You keep that cast looking good though.
I guess I ought to buy stock in Lodge cast. Every time we go to Gatlinburg, I bring home 2 or 3 more things.
Was that your first time using it, or you've been using it?
What?
What you just showed me.
The Dutch oven, I've only used it once.
Okay.
What you really want is someone to sponsor you.
Right, yeah. I've used the Dutch oven once. I use my skillet, dude, all the time. I just bought a griddle. It's like a I don't know, 18 inches by maybe 10 inches, and it's reversible. You flip it upside down. Flip one side is completely smooth. Flip it over, and it's got grill marks. So you can cook up.
I was thinking about getting I guess it's I'm thinking of the griddle's just a flat surface. You see a lot of people use it to make breakfast because it's real easy.
Yeah.
I want one of them kind of grills.
And then I got you can get them at Walmart. I got a bacon press. So like when I'm cooking bacon, I can just lay this thing down on it, and it keeps my bacon nice and smooth and stuff. All wavy and whatnot. Yeah, I got quite
Tommy,
a
you
bit.
can also check Kroger because they have sales once in a while on the Lodge stuff. So just compare that to Walmart and see what you get.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know about y'all's. I used to love going to Kroger's, but the Kroger's where I'm at, the service has gone downhill like crazy.
Did you hear about Walmart's new return policy? I think it's trolling. I honestly think it's trolling. Somebody said that Walmart, you can go in, tell them you didn't like the product, show them your receipt, and you walk out with your payment without having to return the product.
That's weird.
I think it's trolling, but
I've always heard the funniness that you could, buy a case of diapers, use every single one of them, have them used up, take them back in its original package with one left that's not being used, and they will return it.
That's good.
I mean, you're going back and bringing back crappy diapers.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's a lot.
90 days.
A lot of people are buying, like, let's say they have an Xbox and the Xbox breaks. They will go buy on Amazon a new Xbox, put it in the old one back in the box and say it was broken, and Amazon will take it back.
Yeah, policies updated without receipt as well. 90 days if it's a Walmart product.
I bought this pan at the Lodge cast iron outlet store. The Walmart one's $41. All right, now here's one cool thing about I don't know if any of you guys have ever shopped at the cast iron outlet stores that they've got just kind of randomly throughout the country. They have, you can, in the front of their store is all nice and decorated. You can see everything. Towards the back of the store, they have what's called their second choice. All right, and all that means is it's things that are good to use, but they're not Lodge 100% perfect. They've got little imperfections. Yeah.
Okay.
So I bought one of these pans right here. I'm showing you there. It's double sided. Like this is what I'm telling you. One side's flat griddle, and the other side's got the grill marks. It's $41 for the perfect one. I paid $26.
Nice.
For mine. And
Nice.
it's this. It's just got a couple imperfections in the smooth top where the finish didn't. The finish is there and it's protecting it, so there won't be any possibility for rust. But the way that it's textured, there's some spots where it's really smooth and not as textured, and so they called it second choice.
Or maybe it has a ding in the little handles or something.
Yeah. See, that's it's funny because like when it was the end of the summer last year, and everybody wanted us to grill out, and I was like, well, I'm not spending a fortune on a grill that's going to sit the whole winter without being used because it was the end of summer. So we went to Lowe's and just got one of them blue charcoal grills. And it was like $60 for one of them. And I saw one with a dent on the top. And I was like, can I get a discount because that one's dented? And I got that thing for like $25.
Yep. I mean, all you got to do is ask.
Yeah.
Yep.
I swear the new generation does not know how to bargain.
That's good for the older generation.
Yes.
You walk in there with a beard and go, I'm not paying this. Oh, what will you pay for it, sir? $20.
This is the one.
Okay, sir.
12-inch. It's got the assist handle.
Yeah.
And then just the regular handle.
Now, is the hole in the handle also to hold like the wooden spoon kind of deal?
You can, but I mean, you can also hang it up on the wall.
Yeah, it's a bigger like hanger under the wall thing.
But I don't know. You'd have to hook that thing on a stud because it's heavy.
We just put up a pot rack, so it's got those little hooks.
Yeah.
And you put it right on there, boom, it's there.
And I bought the lid for mine.
Well, we're getting fancy now.
Yeah, dude, I like Lodge. It's good,
Yeah, I
good
think I
cast
got
iron.
my first Lodge at Walmart and not Walmart. I'm sorry, Kroger, and they were having a real good sale on it. So I felt good about that purchase.
I wonder if Kroger still sells Lodge. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Now, have y'all ever used a pressure cooker?
Yes.
I have an Instapot.
I remember my grandmother using one, and it scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, because there's a lot of pressure coming, inside of that thing.
Yeah.
And like
Well,
if one
Yeah.
of those
me and
bolts
her
ever
have
go
to-
loose, it goes crazy.
Wait for the whistle, turn it off, let it simmer until the whistle's gone. Then you get the stick lift, let the last of the steam out. Then you crack the seal. Wait for only to the first, not to the second. Crack the seal to the first quarter. Let the last of the last. Make sure there's no steam left before you go all the way. Otherwise,
David, you see how this would scare the crap out of any normal
I
human
know,
being?
right? You imagine being 12 trying to open a pressure cooker.
Yeah. They made a bomb out
You're
of that
watching the
thing.
lid go in your mind, just straight to your face, right?
So here's the Lodge cast iron skillet from Kroger. The only way you can get it is shipping, and with shipping and everything is $44.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
didn't pay anywhere near that. I think I was in the $28 range.
it's $24 if you can find it in stores.
Oh,
Now
okay.
the pan that I just showed you guys, this is one kind of like it, $71.
Wow. And they're shipping everything, huh?
Yeah,
Well, forget that. Go to Walmart or the outlet.
yeah. Outlet
Yeah.
would be, if you can get it. That'd be the best place to go because you can get a second choice if if you're not really looking for something, if you don't
Perfect.
mind like a blemish, and I mean I'm not saying it's like massive, but there's some of them in there with dings and dents and stuff that would never hinder the cooking.
Right.
Just it doesn't look 100%.
It's not going to do anything to the performance.
What's y'all's favorite thing in a cast iron?
Bacon. It cooks bacon like crazy.
Yeah, dude. But and one thing for sure, you never cook above medium temperature, or at least I've never done it. I always hear that.
I haven't cooked with mine yet.
Well,
but I have had a cast iron skillet brownie, and that was absolutely amazing.
yeah.
Got a little crisp on it.
Yes.
That's what I like about it, is it throws a little crisp on it.
Yeah, I need to get some like brownie mix or something and do a Dutch oven, because I can put the lid on it and put some coals or something on top and get the top real nice and have a crisp. The top, sides, and bottom will get a nice good crisp to it. But
What you can also do is split potatoes, put a butter, chives, or garlic, wrap it in foil, and put it inside the Dutch oven
that sounds
to
good.
bake.
I've been
I'm
putting
hungry
mine
now.
in the oven just like open like that, so I'm going to try that Dutch oven thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm
you can
hungry
never
now.
go wrong with crisp. Never. And I don't mean those chips that you guys are passing off as crisps. It's fish and chips.
No, chips is a specific cut.
Like a Lay's potato chip.
Yeah. It's
Whereas
different.
a fish and chip is a French fry.
Yeah, French fries. That's right.
Yep. Freedom fries.
Freedom fries. Yeah. Damn you, frogs! Those backstabbing surrender monkeys.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't create anything like as beautiful as a French fry. It's a freedom fry.
That's right. You didn't create the French fry. It was created in England.
That's right.
So I was going to the gym constant, and I had a routine that I wrote down in my workout journal thing. Well, we skipped like, I guess 3 weeks of going to the gym, and when we came back yesterday, I was like, this stuff just seems too easy. So I jumped the weight up like crazy. And now I can
Oof.
barely move my arms up.
Yeah, you
Like-
shouldn't jump it like crazy. You should slowly percentage.
And
Increments, dude.
It was
Yeah, keep you from getting hurt.
it was supposed to be leg day too, and I went for straight upper chest and arms, and I just way overdid it.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta
that'll
be
teach you, young man.
Yeah. Which, Seth, have you been to Planet Fitness yet?
No,
Would you want to go?
not really, because I always end up like causing that stupid lunk alarm to go off.
I haven't yet. I think ours is broken because I've dropped the weights and everything and it ain't gone off yet.
They do the buddy system. I'm doing that with my son. He's all into like lifting weights now, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm your ride. So I had to buy a membership too, but it's not to Planet Fitness, it's to the rec center.
Oh. Well,
Which
see,
is-
Seth's lucky. His work actually has a full gym, don't it?
It's a full gym, but it doesn't have a lot of weight.
Oh.
It's more cardio.
Yeah, more cardio. I mean, there is some weight to be lifted, but it's not,
Yeah.
it's not a lot. I mean, you could definitely get a good workout, and you could, if you know how to work out, you can make a good workout happen.
Yeah. And that's put in there for like the employees and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah. If we use the gym, we can save on insurance, health insurance.
Oh, because they see like you're taking care of your body and all that stuff.
Yep.
That's good. That's good.
Lower your on-work heart attack risk. Oh, well, there's two places that happens.
True.
Yeah.
All right, gents, I'm gonna bounce. It's time for my bedtime.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to call it a night if you guys are.
Yeah.
I want to watch The Boys. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, you missed it. You missed the spoilers, so,
All right,
so
cool.
you're doing cool. You're doing good.
All right.
You're doing good. You're in for a good time.
All right, guys. Well, check us out tomorrow's Coffee and Gaming at, I think I said 6:30.
Yep.
Did I?
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
6:30 it is.
It's whenever you
'Cause-
start.
I know. Well, I want to put some time into Uncharted because last weekend we only got to do an hour and a half, and then everybody and their brother was like, "Hey, I need this done. I need some stuff done. I need this done." And I'm like, "Man, chill out."
Yeah, leave me alone.
Oh, trust
Right.
me, I've already got asked, hey, since you have a long weekend, can we get this done?
What is it?
Cleaning up the porch, reorganizing the shed, and just basically yard work.
Oh,
Shoot,
so
that'll
nothing
take
fun.
you 2 hours. Come on, man.
I mean, you probably could get it done quickly if you just put your mind to it. Don't
Yeah.
sleep in and get at it.
The mowing I enjoy, even though it's like 2 acres of mowing, it's still enjoyable. But my weed eater is like on its last leg, so it barely runs, so it takes forever.
Hmm.
I need to get a new one, but I just either a new one or rebuild it. I just ain't. As soon as I find time to fix it, I find someone else finds my time for me.
Is it gas or battery?
Gas.
Yeah. Check out Walmart. They have some good deals going on now.
I tried the battery with the Black & Decker, and it was horrible.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the gas ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they're already starting to put the stuff out for like October. Like,
Oh, that's wild.
yeah, they're like at our Walmart down here, they're starting to put out like starting to get like Halloween stuff happening.
Mm.
I'm like, dude, it ain't even it's 2 days past summertime. Come on.
Yeah.
But when that happens, then all the the summer stuff starts going on clearance.
Mm-hmm. That's usually when I stock up on weed eater string.
Yeah, that's it. During the winter time.
Oh yeah.
All right, gents. Well, good night.
Yep. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. Take care, and as always, don't forget.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Bye.
Bye.